Boom, doom, doom, doom,
You know, it's that Ice Cube song, Today Was a Good Day?
Indeed,
And
yeah.
I would love to sing that about America someday, but till then, I'll just
today.
keep podcasting.
As we proceed to give you what you need, welcome to The Breakdown with OSO and Ace. We are your host. I am the unimitatable, slightly relatable, yet oh so dateable, the one and only Ace One, my partner in crime, down to ride with a comment that snide, the dastardly deacon of dissent, DJ Oh So Fresh.
It's me. I'm back. Omega Supreme has returned, and you can continue to have moist streams because we do this on the radio. This is The Breakdown with OSO and Ace. Am I going to HE double hockey sticks right now?
We're well on the way. We've been well on the way for a while, so it's just the way it is. It's all good.
There's a word that contains the letters M and F that they refer to me by a lot, so I'm used to being that.
Whatever.
You know.
Everybody out there know.
I want to make this a good show because we need to have some good times right now.
Yeah.
And I got to start off with saying the NBA is in a panic again. Just a complete panic.
Yeah, sports in general, but definitely the NBA.
We got a couple reasons to talk about their panic, but I also have to talk to you about a real hater. Man, this is just a show. We're going to have some laughs here, but it's just a show filled with hate. Ellen DeGeneres,
that's the first one.
The Degenerator. She is
Ellen the Degenerate.
Yeah, you know what? I did not bring my thesaurus to work today. All right?
It's all good. It's all right. We can just go.
Because podcasting is a full-time job. And if you do not bring your tools to work, you will not be happy. That's a bomb for you. And if you in my same age group, maybe a Gen X kid, millennial, we're going to talk about some celebrities and how old they are and how old you should feel right now.
Yeah, honestly, I think regardless of how old you are, with all of the people watching reruns and reboots and stuff like that, this is going to make everybody feel old.
Now, I got to tell you, if you want to tell us how old you are, you can hit us up 971-209-2069. Did not bring all my tools. You can hit it at osoandace.com. We got 24 episodes with this one up there.
This is the Mamba episode 24. Woo woo. Hey, I'm a Laker fan. I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. 3-1. I'm happy right now. That man didn't cure
cancer. He had a good jump shot. See, that's why we can't have nothing, because you guys cheer a man with a good jump shot before anything else.
Hey, I cheer the one that cured cancer too. I did. Good on you, bro. Let's go. If he's out there, I will definitely cheer him. I'll give him a round of applause.
Who's more significant, Neil deGrasse Tyson or Kobe Bryant?
Overall, I would say Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, but he
to me,
he ain't gonna get the Staples Center. Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you're listening
maybe
right now,
for a TED Talk,
maybe even for a TED Talk, maybe for a TED Talk, for a TED Talk.
Yeah,
but when he dies, nah, he's not getting. You're not getting the Staples Center.
He ain't getting a statue. No.
But I do have to say about him. I was talking to a girl, and I was like, he's the smart one. He should be getting all the play. And she looked back at me and she said, "How do you know he's not?"
Hey, you know what?
I feel stupid?
You know what? He's smart enough not to say anything. Smart enough not to be stupid about it.
What's going on?
Here's a part of the show where I tell you what's going on with me, because I think you would like to know. Now, I am now gainfully employed. I got fully DJ retired. It is an amazing sense. I just go,
I still doubt that.
I push a 40 in my khakis and come home. It is good times. I got one more wedding to do, but
See.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever worked in a place where everybody's positive?
No.
It's unbelievable and a euphoria at the same time. You're like, this is like, it's to my friends that smoke. This is like when you hit that good stuff, and then you go eat something and you go eat like a cheeseburger and be like, this is the best cheeseburger ever. So it's like that kind of euphoria. I mean, shouts out to all my friends at TMC. Great place to work. Now, on my weekend,
makes you feel like you're high all the time.
Seriously, because ain't nobody gonna say nothing stupid to you. I mean, I love to clown, and I have never had the opportunity to clown, and don't want to ever clown. But man, I was getting tired of clowning at the old spot.
Right.
Man, yeah.
Hey, and admittedly, you were looking pretty sharp when I came in. You still had your work clothes on and the gear and everything, coordinating it all.
And let me tell you, girl, I like looking good. Let me tell you.
Get him.
You tell him, man.
Great. No, this is your moment. No. You started off. You go. I'm gonna let you ride.
I do gotta tell you, I do like looking good when I go to work, and I got my Dockers on. They was only $20 on Amazon, but they docking for you, baby. And yes, the kick rotation is very big. You might have got tired of seeing me in the Vans Hush Puppies when I was broke, when I wasn't going nowhere, when I wasn't doing nothing. But now I got some place to be, a place to be beside the streets. I gotta show the fly Nikes. I pulled out the fly red Nikes today. I look uber fresh, Lyft fresh. I don't know, Uber Eats fresh, like Uber Eats 20-piece chickens fresh.
Dare we say he looks oh so fresh.
That's what happens when you drop a bomb on this show. Turn, tell them about your life, like man.
Oh man, you know what? I gotta humble brag a little bit. I love just creativity. You know, not people talk about, you know, black creativity, just creativity period, right? You know, when you get in the kitchen and you looking at what you got and you just start throwing some stuff together.
If it was just black creativity, that'd be racist, and we don't tolerate racism.
I'm just talking about creativity, because there's a whole lot of really cool chefs out there of all different races, all different cultures, like everybody doing their thing. Actually, shout out to my boy Kari in California, because he's definitely doing that cheesecake game.
It's all about the cheesecake.
Dude, that is my favorite dessert. That is my favorite. Jaja Bakery is his company. Look him up on Instagram. He's in Bakersfield. Organic cheesecakes. They are the bomb. Dude is amazing.
It's an international show. Do you ship internationally, sir? Do you? We cannot advertise for you if you not ship internationally.
Actually, I think he'll ship anywhere we want to pay him to. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, he's on the team.
There it is. But I had a hankering for Asian food. And so I went to Uwajimaya, got like the thin sliced beef, got the raw shrimp, got to clean off the tails and the legs and everything.
I was up in there working.
Got the yakisoba noodles.
Were you snapping peas too?
Actually, no, we did the whole one. I borrowed a friend's wok and did the whole green beans and had the broccoli and the corn and brother, you couldn't do that. My ancestors were speaking to me when I was seasoning that food. It was amazing.
Your ancestors, are you Asian?
Nah, I'm just saying, just from like Pan Asia, way back in the day when we was all one.
Just because your mom went to Chinese food one time, don't mean that.
When we was all one way back in the day.
Yeah, your mom stole some extra packets, and you think everything is teriyaki now.
Futu used to speak with Lin Kuei back in the day, and they was all talking to me and said, put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other thing, and man, it came out. It was good. It was good. It was good.
They told me to go out spearing.
Now we going to hell.
Hey, when your ancestors talk to you one way, my ancestors talk to me another.
To you yours. Hey, you know what? Honestly, we want to hear how your ancestors talk to y'all, though. Hit us up, 971-209-2069, or Instagram and Twitter at OSO and Ace, OSOANDACE, osoandace@gmail.com. Check out the show. We are on Spotify. We are on iTunes podcast. We are on Numbers FM every second and fourth Sunday from 3 to 4. We are everywhere you want to be. Check out the show. Hit us up.
See, what he's doing right now, he's trying to show you that he can do good commercial reads, because this man is aspiring to be voice talent.
Oh, bro. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And honestly, can we just drop the music down a little bit here? All right. So let me ask you guys something. Do you need voiceover talent? Do you need an MC? You need an announcer, events. You need somebody that perfect voice, that perfect sound to go ahead and get your product across. Holla at your boy. Drop us a line at osoandace@gmail.com, and we will get back to you. I will get back to you. And we can get the 411 for the event and make sure that it pops off the way it's supposed to pop off, so that your brand is coming across on the airwaves the way that it should. Talk to me. Let me know what you need, and we can get it to you.
That's pretty awesome right there. That's pretty awesome. That's like the best monologue I ever heard you do on the show.
I got to step my game up.
I did say it was a little bit of a rerun because you used 411 last week when he was recording some other stuff.
That is true.
It's kind of...
That's all right. Well, you didn't bring the thesaurus, so I wasn't able to use it.
Well, I'm sitting there like 411. Will that term ever come back?
I have no idea. I'm gonna see if I can make it stick.
You want to say everybody?
Well, you can't say because nowadays it would be the Google search. I mean, it just doesn't work.
I could see Google being the thing because 411 was around for a while. So what's the Google on it?
That could almost work.
But Googling
Because
it,
Google it is a verb now. Googling is a verb. So like I could see that working.
and 20 years, I think that would have been about me going down and touching my family jewels. Google it. Like I'd have said something raw to somebody, and they were like, instead of go blank yourself, they'd be like,
Go Google yourself.
go Google it. Go Google it.
You need help.
Or your wife got cramps, and she'd be like, you better Google it. Your wife be like, you better
Search
Google
that
it.
out somewhere else but here because it ain't happening.
I'm going to sleep. You better sit there and Google that for yourself.
Find another way. Hit
And
the
then
interwebs.
now, if a girl tell you to go Google it, like, girl, I can't type. Use the voice recognition, fam.
Hey, all about that hunt and peck. I'll find it out.
So I got to take this over and really say the NBA
At it again.
is truly at it again. And, I'm just going to gloss over the fact that as I'm sitting here recording this, there are no NBA games because of why?
Because of the events that are going on and have transpired, and most recently in Wisconsin, but then also just all around the country right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's really based on that. I think them Negroes who make a lot of money just wanted a night off, and they're like, "Shoot, we're gonna wait for somebody else to die." Man, that's horrible to say.
That is
but
horrible to say.
Isn't that their attitude? Because if my black life really matters, you wouldn't have played a game of basketball until you got this thing figured out. You ain't willing to take an L from me. Ali lost the title. What you doing? What you doing? You going for title number 4? Man. 3 out of 9. I mean, shoot. If I was 3 out of 9, I might see. That's what makes him.
Might have to sit down.
That's what makes him a better man to me because he won't give up. But you know what he won't do?
What won't he do?
Is stand up for anybody besides this little movement here. He won't stand up to China, and he wouldn't stand up when Luka Doncic got disrespected.
That was a pretty raw moment. I mean, and we were talking about it earlier in the show with regards to. And obviously we couldn't hear the audio, but it was pretty obvious to anyone, whether you can lip read professionally or not. You could easily tell what Montrezl Harrell called him. And, you can say in the heat of the moment, just if you're out, street balling with the boys or whatever, like, stuff is going to get said. And there have been plenty of trash talkers, horrible trash talkers in the NBA throughout the years. Jordan famously, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, like so many people. Considering the current state of affairs, just culturally though, like we were talking about the fact that there wasn't any equality in the outrage over what he said to Luka, whereas if it had been flipped, Luka would have been hung out to dry. Luka would have possibly been forced to apologize or suspended or all these other things.
So let me tell you, that's a term that was okay in the 90s. You remember Apu on the Simpsons? He was okay in the 90s too.
Yeah.
Now he's gone.
Very, very much so.
So, things change.
Yeah, for real.
They had a movie called White Man Can't Jump.
Right.
Yeah, and that was okay back
then. That would
then.
have seemed horribly insensitive right now.
Yeah, because if he would have just called him, if Luka would have called him boy,
right,
it'd have been on like Donkey Kong.
Right.
Even if he did, whether he meant it or not. I did love how the NBA made it a moment. It was like this beautiful moment where they hug and they exchange some kind words and
the official dap up brought to you by Nike.
There was no game going on. There's a bunch of people on the floor, but man, that camera sure did spot in on them.
Right,
man,
right.
There was no game going on.
Right.
Oh, you gonna hug and make up?
We got to see this. We got to let everybody know. Because there was so much outrage. Well, so the thing is, there actually wasn't even so much outrage, but there were a few sports talking heads that did actually call Montrez out and say that it was wrong for him to go ahead and say that. It was insensitive. He shouldn't, so on and so forth. But nothing on the same level as if it would have been if it would flipped.
No, I think it's the lack of outrage. That's the problem.
Exactly.
You know what? How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell the police how to run their house? You gonna tell me how to run my house, and you can't even keep your house in check? Because your guy was out of pocket, and you demand other people to get at other people when they're out of pocket. Your guy was out of pocket. Mr. LeBron James, 3-time world champion, but you a loser today.
Well, and the other thing that we were talking about when mentioning this, what the quote unquote moment that they had, honestly, that's the way that it should be. You know, like if you get into an argument and stuff is said or whatever, you come back as men, you go ahead and make up. Like it shouldn't have been made a moment. It should have just been like that's what you do as men. You apologize for the mistake and you go ahead and move on. Well, yeah,
he
that
shouldn't
too.
have done it.
But if it happens, you make up for it, you own it up, and you go ahead and apologize.
People have lost their careers over stuff like that.
Definitely.
So he shouldn't have done it. Let me tell you, black guy, they pay you a lot of money. I don't make even. I mean, maybe I make 1% of what you make.
Right.
But I'm not calling anybody any kind of punk old white boys at work.
Right. Yeah.
So I sometimes have a hard time understanding how they lose control all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, these cats fight at work.
That lack of professionalism.
This guy who fights at work with people is going to tell me how I'm supposed to behave on the street. Is he going to tell somebody else how to do their job? I have never been ejected from my job. Well, you know that time working Taco Bell, but that's a different story. But you know, you make big money. You used to get me was Rasheed Wallace.
Oh,
he'd get kicked out of games all the time.
Man. Yeah, when you have like a literal history of flagrant fouls to the point where like you walk on the court and they almost want to give you one, like that's a definite issue.
Well, how about this? How about you go through a career where you never get ejected from a game? Because, you know. That would be nice. Because isn't that the career you have to lead?
Exactly.
If you go to your place of employment and you do something that means they do not want you there anymore.
Fired, pink slip, bye-bye, see ya.
But, you know, you're going to tell me how I'm supposed to behave.
Out the door for sure.
You're going to tell trained public officials how they supposed to behave. I think you should shut up and play basketball.
There you go.
You ain't smart enough to listen to my show.
Uh-oh, careful. You're starting to sound like Ellen.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Is that her new name? Allegedly Ellen?
I don't know.
It's my homegirl, Ellen DeGeneres.
Right.
She's my homegirl. We hang out.
Y'all hang out? Yeah.
We hang out.
You, her, and Portia?
Me, her. You know what? Hey, I just want to say, I don't know who listens to the show, but Portia, hey.
That sounds like a shoulder tap moment.
You want to go buy some? Hey, I'm serious.
How you doing?
And the plot thickens.
We having fun today, y'all. Hopefully you're having fun enjoying and listening to the show as well. We definitely having a ball today.
So let's Ellen. So this Ellen thing is going on for a while. They're all the way through the coronavirus.
Right. Yeah.
And with this Ellen thing, you're really running into the fact that rich people are mean. Celebrities are mean.
Yep.
If you didn't know that, it takes a real alpha person. And this is not justification of her, but it takes a real alpha to do what she has done.
Yes. And sustain it. And I mean, any kind of high level celebrity and being under that magnifying glass, essentially 24/7, especially now, it's hard. It's rough. And like you said, no justification. If the environment is as toxic as is being said, and not just from her, but also from apparently that she just fired like 3 executive producers who were sexually harassing.
Hey, I got a clip.
That's true. That's right. I forgot about that. Let's go.
I'm setting you up. I got a clip, man.
My bad.
Ellen tearfully talked to her staff over Zoom and announced that 3 of the executive producers have been fired.
Variety got some details as to what went down on the all staff Zoom call. They write, DeGeneres was emotional to the point of tears and apologetic as she addressed more than 200 staffers. According to multiple sources, DeGeneres told the staff she was not perfect and realized that in the effort for the show to run as a well-oiled machine, sometimes leaders were not as sensitive to human beings as they should have been. She added that reading disturbing allegations about the atmosphere on the show was heartbreaking.
DeGeneres responded to the persistent rumor that staffers and guests were told not to address her or even look her in the eye.
Hey, I'm a star.
The host on the set or in the offices on the Warner Brothers lot.
She's not the only one who would have said that if that's the case, too.
Although she also described herself as an introvert, she apologized to anyone who felt disregarded, according to multiple sources.
She also announced that Twitch, who has been her DJ and sidekick since 2014, and publicly supported Ellen last week, will now act as an executive
I didn't mean to buzz him out like that.
As well. Variety says she insisted the show would come back strong next month This will be the best season we've ever had.
See, I don't know what's going on with Ellen, but I don't think it's should we just cross her out? I mean, is it
the cancellation culture going around?
Are we amazed that we're not able to cancel her?
So just like we were saying, I mean, the whole concept of like the diva celebrity. I mean, you know, I forget who it was, but you know, the person that said they only wanted a bowl of green M&Ms, like they had to have that, otherwise they threw a fit.
Well, that's part of a writer. That's different.
No, I understand that, but in terms of like having that personality and having like certain things that you either just have to have or you act a certain way, like to get into that persona, because that's truly what it is, a persona on camera. Like you got to be able to take that off every now and again. Like it doesn't excuse her being mean, but there's a lot of pressure that goes on people that are in those areas.
Well, let me tell you, I've worked with a few famous folks, and the way it works is there's a lot of people that are actually introverts. They just don't really feel like messing with anybody at all.
Right.
And from what I've seen, they were introverts in the first place. But what happens is they end up, you're rich now. Like I don't have to deal with anybody.
Right.
Like if you're that rich, I can have it any way I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to ask. I can say, no, I only want green M&Ms and I want them peeled by, I want them peeled by a yellow monkey with a green butt. And you could get that. She has that kind of money.
Right.
Sometimes, I don't think she was nice, but sometimes you get around celebrities and you just be happy you there and leave when you leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You hang out with celebrities, none of them are going to treat you perfect.
Well, and there's a certain aspect as well of like, this is your job. Like as nice as she could be, like she doesn't have to be your friend. That's your boss. Right.
I mean, I think I've had bosses I thought were a-holes. That's cool. That's just cool. What I don't get in current culture is that's just who you are.
Right.
And there are certain people that are willing to put up with that style of person.
Right.
So, hey, that's just who you are. Be you, boo.
Now, obviously, no one is advocating or saying that it's okay to be sexually harassed. Like that is not okay, which is apparently
that's not even part of the story here. She was sexually harassing by
some of the producers were. It was like why they were getting
I'm just
fired.
referring to her.
Yes. With regards to Helen, with regards to Ellen, if she's not as nice as you may want her to be, like, okay, that's just her personality.
And I'm not saying this to defend her. It's just you. In my time in radio, you meet a few celebrities, and not everybody's that cool.
Right. They come in, do the job, and they're out. Not
everybody's that cool. I mean, a lot of them got a runner.
Right.
Whatever you need. I remember when I met Diddy, boy, he just had this runner. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Seriously, just to
go get him stuff.
Just to fetch it, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see anybody coming out on Diddy. Oh, but Diddy did it on TV. You was talking about cheesecake?
We're not going into that one. We're gonna leave that one alone. I'm a Generation X kid. Yes.
You a Gen X kid yourself?
Yes. We're the same age, dude. Yeah.
I thought you were 47.
No.
Oh, okay. I always thought you was old.
This dude.
What, you not old?
No, I'm not old. Gen X, bro. Yeah, that's Gen X.
So what's coming up and what's going to be big is Mike Tyson's getting back in the ring. If you're from Gen X, you love Mike Tyson.
Man.
And he's going to be fighting Roy Jones Jr. And Roy Jones, I kind of fell out of boxing when Roy Jones was hot, but Roy Jones was knocking him out. I've seen plenty of clips.
Big time.
Yeah.
Roy Jones was a beast.
So if you remember, Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion ever.
Right.
At 19 years old.
Right.
So.
Well deserved.
The man is 54 now.
54?
Yeah. A lot of stuff has come and gone since Mike Tyson was originally heavyweight champion.
Yes,
now, Roy Jones is 51. I don't remember when he got his championship. Do you?
I don't remember what age it was. So he actually came up in prominence in the Olympics, and then when he went pro, he was young as well. I want to say like in his early 20s.
Okay, so he's in his early 20s. I think Mike Tyson's gonna beat this man down.
Oh, dude, Mike if you watch a practice video of him sparring, he is not playing around. He's already gone on record.
So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to if you feel as old as us, I just want to tell you about a couple celebrities that we found that are really old today. And what inspired this was your man, Colin McCulkin.
He actually went out on Twitter, how helpful as he wanted to be to make sure that he could, if you feel old, this is definitely going to do it, because he let everyone know that he is 40 years old now. The star of Home Alone, who was like a 9-year-old boy, 40 years old now.
See, he's lucky he's blonde. He don't have to worry about them salt and pepper pubes.
I don't want to know about Macaulay's pubes.
So if you're an '80s kid, you used to watch Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser was a great show.
I don't even remember.
It was a great show. I liked it a lot.
So if you watch Doogie Howser, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes.
He is now 47 years old.
47.
Now Webster. You all remember Webster?
Right.
Webster, he burned down the house.
Mr. Papadopoulos.
Yeah, Mr. Webster.
Right.
Mr. Webster is 49. Have you seen him with a mustache?
No.
He still looked the same way.
Probably with a fake mustache, like a Halloween costume.
If you're truly a 90s kid.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Saved by the Bell. If you
Bell.
think that anybody in Saved by the Bell is under 40 or in the early 40s, you're sadly mistaken. Everyone on that cast is over 46 years old.
46 or older. That was crazy.
But they are holding it together. They're actually coming out with a new series.
That's right. Yeah, doing a reboot.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. And it's like half of them are now teachers at the school. It's almost like what they did with Boy Meets World and the reboot for that. Like, I really, they should have just left it alone.
They did for 90210 too.
Yeah, that's true.
Those shows are classic.
Just leave them alone.
Just bring back.
Just leave them alone.
They brought back Melrose Place, didn't they? We too deep in it.
Yeah.
Now, if you had a crush on Rudy from the Cosby Show, I just want to let you know she's 41 right now,
and still looks amazing.
I mean, if you feel beautiful enough to think you can multiply with her, I think she's probably still dropping eggs.
Shoot that shot. And
just to give, I gave you something so sweet. Now I gotta give you something sour. Bill Cosby's 83 years old. I just let that go. I gotta say, and Black Eyed Peas fans, I know this is an urban station. There's a Black Eyed Peas fan on here, but
I'm a Black Eyed Peas fan, but before Fergie.
Yeah, Fergie is 45 years old. Now, when Fergie rocks the makeup, we can make up. But I seen Fergie walking through the airport once. You
just want to clear your throat and keep moving.
I shouldn't. They say I shouldn't be superficial like that, but I bought your record. I deserve you to look good when I see you. I bought your record.
See you when you look like you did on the record.
Oh yeah,
man. So do you remember Sister?
Yeah.
So the twin sisters, Tia and Tamara Mowry, dude, they're 42 now. They're 42.
I'm good with that.
For real. Well, and so like the little boy on the show, their little brother.
I never knew love like that before.
So yeah, he really is their little brother and played their little brother on the show. He's 34 right now.
That dude look like Webster.
He still looks like he's like 14. Like it's crazy. And I mean that more than anything, because even the sisters barely look older than they did on the show. And I mean it's just further example. Black don't crack, man.
Black don't crack. I hate because white people say that all the time. Serious. Like, there's a couple phrases that white folks say to me all the time where I'm just like, well, that doesn't make it any better.
But it's the truth, though. Angela Bassett is like 60 years old, and that woman can get it. Woo-wee.
They ain't every 60-year-old black woman. Stop watching TV.
It's not everybody.
You watch TV too much. This is the Breakdown Podcast with OSO and Ace.
Angela, come holler at your boy. I'll help you get your groove back.
When'd you get all spicy? Hey, we out of time. Let's get out.
Hey, deuces.